on to the East.
On to the East. Raptors versus the 76ers.
Sweep. No, I'm kidding.
No.
The Raptors played them well during the regular season. I believe they beat them twice. I think they might have beaten them twice in Philly, but I could be wrong about that one. I think they beat them twice though. So that's not not going to be a sweep. Might go 5 or 6. The Sixers are going to win, but it's going to be a series that's going to take something out of them. But they'll win it.
Wow. See, I was going the other way because I was going to take the Raptors because they're a very gritty team.
That's not a silly pick.
Yeah, because I don't know what it is about Doc Rivers. I just don't know what it is about Doc. Every time he goes to the playoffs, he doesn't get past the first round or the second round. I just don't know what it is about him.
And then
I don't know
that with having James Harden on the team too. So
that's also that's a very well said point because people are talking about now, is James Harden even considered an MVP level player now? Like there things are getting thrown around that he's just not that type of player that he once was. And I disagree with that. I mean, he's James Harden, but the problem with James Harden is James Harden. He's a ball hawk. He shoots up threes. He shoots up things that's unnecessary at times. And Joel Embiid, I'm not a big fan of him. I like what he's not. To me, he talks a little bit too much. I mean, you can't judge his talent.
That's my favorite thing about him. I love the Joel Embiid.
But I think it's going to be a back and forth. I think the Raptors can win this because I for some reason I just feel that like the 76ers, they got hyped with the Harden trade and coming in and Ben Simmons going to the Nets. I think there was a lot of turmoil, and now they have to prove themselves. And I think the pressure is going to get to them, and they're going to choke under pressure. Just really choke under pressure. It'll be a great series to watch, but I think it's going to be choke.
Yeah, Harden is somebody who hasn't had a history of performing well in the playoffs. So with that being the case, if they don't run their offense through Embiid, then they're in real danger of losing in the first round. The Raptors, they'll never, as long as Nick Nurse is their coach, they'll never be a pushover. So they're a legitimate threat, and they have to be taken as such.
And now the second game, who the Heat will play? Would that game be against the other playing game?
Hawks.
They'll play the Hawks. Okay, let's say if they play the Hawks. I will say the Hawks can beat the Heat. I think the Hawks can have.
I put out there before that I don't respect the Heat's roster. They're as good as they are because of their coach. But a major caveat to that now is the fact that they have Victor Oladipo back. Now, he doesn't have a history of playoff success, but he's a dangerous offensive player. And that gives them, if nothing else, that gives them depth. When you couple that with Hero, Bam Adebayo, who wilted in the bubble playoff rounds against the Lakers. But if they have a lot of talent on their team, everybody knows I don't respect them. The Hawks can beat them, but if Oladipo brings it, then they're dangerous. At least in the first round. We'll see what happens after that. But yeah, they should take the Hawks. My prediction: 6-game series, 4-2 Heat win.
Oh wow, I'm going the other way. Hawks 4-2.
I'm rooting for the Hawks. I don't like the Heat, so.
Oh, now this one is going to be something. Nets and Celtics.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Celtics because, as I stated before in our previous shows, the Nets don't have a bench. They only have one player that comes off the bench, one player that can score, and that's about it. Everybody else, 0. I don't care how many points Kevin Durant scores, how many points Kyrie scores. They're going to be taken out at some point in the game. At some point, they're going to be taken out. And I don't think they have that firepower to go up against the Celtics. I really don't. And I think it'll be a great series. I'm going to say it's going to be a 6-game series, but I just don't see Kevin Durant taking that next step to be scoring 40, 50 points every night to win a game because it's going to take a toll on his body. And Kyrie is going to be Kyrie. I love him. He's probably one of the best ball handlers the NBA has ever seen. He can't do it either because he can't play the entire game. So, I mean, with that alone, I mean, the Drummond, who came back from retirement, is the player that's going to come off the bench for you. But everybody else is just there. They'll give you points, but they're not going to be world beaters. I mean, the Celtics have a pretty strong bench. They have a pretty decent bench, and I think that it's going to be a battle, but I just can't see it. I just can't see it.
I am in agreement with you on the fact that I think the Celtics are going to win this series. What I don't agree with you on is the depth issue. In the playoffs, that doesn't matter. Teams shorten up their benches, and the starters definitely play more minutes. I think that what it's going to come down to, I think this series is going 7. But what I've seen out of Jason Tatum in the second half of this season, this is the player he always could have been, always should have been. He is channeling his Mamba mentality now. Finally, good grief. Finally, I've been saying it for years and years and years. He always could have been this guy. People blamed Jason Brown. Jason Brown? What's his name? The other guy.
I know it's Brown. The last name is Brown. You're absolutely right. I just don't remember his first.
Dang it. Yeah. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. People blamed him for holding Tatum back. People said they can't play together. It was never that. It was always Tatum taking it upon himself to just be that guy. When the team needs a score, he gets the score. He gets the bucket. He is that guy. Talent-wise, like he's on that level. Like he's on a Kobe level as far as talent. Yeah, I'm saying it. He's that good, but he always held himself back for some reason. He's not doing that anymore. And when it gets to Game 7, he's going to be the guy that takes over the game, and nobody can stop him when he does that. Nobody's going to be able to stop him in Game 7. The Celtics are going to pull this series out. So
yeah, I couldn't agree. Celtics in 7. I agree with that. I love Jason Tatum. It's the way he plays. He's just
Jaylen Brown.
There's the one. Dang it. You had the right letter, just the wrong. It was on the tip of my tongue, and then it finally. But I'm glad he came into himself now, because I don't think he understood his own talent. You see what I'm saying? I don't think he understood how great of a player he really is. And
yeah, screw that team ball. When it comes down to it, we need you to be the guy. In the playoffs, you got to be Kobe. So.
Yes, and Kobe passed the ball too. It's just after he know the team was not doing well, he just had to take it over.
Yeah, when it's time, it's Kobe time.
It's Kobe time.
It's Tatum time. Dang it.
So, yes.
Yeah.
Now, this game is going to be interesting, and I wanted your take on this, and I'll pass it on to you. Bulls versus Bucks.
Sweep.
Go
for it.
I'm gonna choose the Bucks, but it's gonna be a bloody battle between the two teams. Bloody, because with Thibodeau as the coach for the Bulls, is it Thibodeau still? I thought
he's with the Knicks.
He's with the Knicks. Thibodeau went to the Knicks. I thought he was still with the Bulls.
Bulls coach. I'm probably lying. Look this up real quick, because I'm probably lying. I feel like it's Billy Donovan. Can you confirm that for me? But I'm saying sweep because.
But you're right. It is Billy Donovan. For some reason, I thought it was Rich Thibodeau. For some reason, maybe.
So maybe I'm wrong about a sweep, because they're well coached. He's a good coach, and then DeRozan playing the way he is. I don't think they have enough. The Bucks, first of all, defending champs. They've been there. They know what to do to get there again. Giannis. You got Lopez healthy. They got rid of Bryn Forbes, so they're a better team. They're going to be tough to beat, man. And
I'll put it this way.
I'm calling sweep.
Yeah, you call them sweep. I'm going to say it's at least going to go 6. At least 6 games.
And again, that's not crazy, but
yeah. Because with Giannis and all them, it's going to be a great battle back and forth. They'll be tested. The Bucks will be tested in this game. Even if it's a sweep, I'll put it this way: they'll be tested in all 4 games. Not if the Bulls just come and lay a goose egg.
Oh yeah.
If they lay a goose egg, then it is on them.
I say blowout in game 1, and then the rest of them will be close, but I'll sweep.
Gotcha.
So we did our predictions for all the playoff first round games, right?
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, follow, support. Follow us. We'll support you. Tugging Hats, we're out for this week. Thanks, y'all, for staying with us. We are out.
Peace.